You are being watched. The government has a secret system, a machine that spies on you every hour of every day. I know because I built it. I designed the machine to detect acts of terror, but it sees everything. Violent crimes involving ordinary people, people like you. Crimes the government considered irrelevant. They wouldn't act, so I decided I would. But I needed a partner. Someone with the skills to intervene. Hunted by the authorities. We work in secret. You'll never find us. But victim or perpetrator, if your number's up, we'll find you.
The Person of Interest TV series is a great show, and it is not science fiction. The only science fiction aspect of this show is that it's not being used to help the general public, but to spy on everybody and everything. You have to watch it. It is accurately depicting the Orwellian state, spy state, the police state that we are all living under with your taxpayer money. Okay, in case any of you have just woken up or just crawled out of your slave cage and realizing what's going on around the United States and in the world, if you are just totally blank on what's been going on the last 2 decades, let me bring you up to date real quick. Of course, most of my subscribers and listeners already are in tune to what's going on, but here's a simple search here. Of course, on Google, the worst search engine that could possibly be, full of all their censoring. So government spying on citizens, 17.5 million results. U.S. government is still spying on Americans. Okay, I'm just going to go through this. I'm not going to go into details on this, but right here, once again, illegal dragnet surveillance of domestic communications and communications records of millions of ordinary Americans since at least 2001. That's what the 9/11 incident was all about, to allow continued, more detailed spying. Now, we've known this for many decades in the late 90s about how TVs and electronic devices are spying on you. So I'll maybe put this link in there, but this is just to inform you of what we're doing in this video here. So this is something that's been going on for decades, whether you were aware of it or not. Of course, most of my people are aware of it.
Hi, Mom. It's Jessica.
Now, this is my point. This is the whole point of this video, the Person of Interest TV series. This is what I'm protesting. This is what I need people to protest Wikipedia to change this. Right here, the first sentence, Person of Interest is an American science fiction crime drama. This is not science fiction, folks. This stuff has been going on for decades. They're trying to tell you that this show is full of crap, that it is total science fiction. This show is so real, so true what's going on around the United States. And they're calling it science fiction. This is not science fiction. This is real stuff going on around. So you can go to this Wikipedia site. You can read up on it if you haven't by now seen this show. Great actors in there, great storylines. Later in the show, Sarah Sahi joins it, Amy Aker. Some great high-impact type of women. But this is not science fiction. This is what's really going on around the world. Yes, they got Jesus in there playing John Reese, the main character in there. So this is what we need to protest. This is what we need to send Wikipedia to update, that this is not science fiction. This is a real situation in the United States of America, and this is a very serious situation.
Can you see me? I'm gonna play hide and seek. Ring my phone once for yes, twice for no. Do you understand? see me now? Thank you. Sure. How about now? Oh, really? How many fingers? Good. Very good.
Hi, Mom. It's Jessica.
Then I realized I was living in the information age. This was a shocking disappointment to me until I realized how revolutionary it was. All of us are leaving a trail of information in our wake. Most of it's useless. There's something hidden in all that mess.
CIA.
What? The CIA's trafficking drugs.
The government couldn't win the war on drugs, so they're using it to fund the war on terror.
This is common knowledge?
Doubtful. The company's built on secrets.
The FBI's director has made a controversial confession that he's using some unhackable technology to shield himself from prying eyes. He's doing it by putting a piece of tape over his webcam.
I saw someone doing this, so I copied it. I put a piece of tape. I have obviously a laptop, personal laptop. I put a piece of tape over the camera because I saw somebody smarter than I had a piece of tape over their camera.
You can bet that he's got the best encryption on his computer that money can buy, and yet, you know, they're saying that they want us ordinary folks to not worry about it. The real joke here is that here you got the head of the FBI saying that he worries about whether people are monitoring him, and he's worried about what he looks like, because really they also would be monitoring everything he's writing and everything he's saying on a Skype conversation without the visuals. Maybe the director just doesn't want the camera to be photographing him as he's looking at X-rated sites on his computer.
Well, security at home now, and questions about whether the CIA could spy on people through their refrigerators. There's this report out from Wired Magazine's national security blog that says the CIA director, David Petraeus, recently spoke about smart technology in our homes, technology that connects a television or an oven to the internet. It's all supposed to make our lives easier, but Director Petraeus says spies could use that technology to keep an eye on people without their knowledge. Let's take this to the judge. Fox News senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano, is with us. I mean,
you can't make this up.
The CIA is not supposed to collect evidence or do anything in the United States. That's the job of the FBI.
Well, it's not only the job of the FBI, but the statute creating the Central Intelligence Agency in 1947 specifically prevents them from collecting information about individuals in the United States. Now, can they collect scientific data? Can they collect atmospheric information? Can they collect information from public sources? Of course they can. But we're talking about targeting or spying on a human being in the person's home, absolutely prohibited under the law. So it's a bit of a head-scratcher as to why General Petraeus a man of great repute and, as far as I know, great honor and integrity would say this. He's either revealing what might happen, or he's saying, you better watch out, this won't happen under my watch, but I want you to know what's out there. Or, to the consternation of the people that work for him, he's revealing what they're doing, if they're doing it.
Well, they're not supposed to come in my home.
Correct.
Right? They need a search warrant for that, don't they?
Yes, they do. The government needs a search warrant to come in your home, personally, directly, or virtually. I'm not talking about if they're chasing a bad guy into your home. I'm not talking about an emergency situation. The government can't use, for example, heat-seeking devices from a vehicle in front of your house. The Supreme Court has said no. That's the same as going in the house. And to get in the house, you have to have a search warrant. And in order to get a search warrant, it can't be a fishing expedition. You have to go to a judge and explain under oath, the you being the federal agents, what evidence of crimes there is in the house.
But, you know, if they could come collect whatever they want illegally, and unless they use it to try to prosecute or to try to affect some end, we might never even know.
That's the regrettable and sad part about this. Unless the evidence that they obtain is used in court or in some public way, we will never know what they have obtained from us. So, without scaring people into staying awake at night, is General Petraeus revealing what is already going on? Or is General Petraeus saying, watch out what you buy, because bad people in a future government could do this with it? I don't know what the general meant.
So the government...
When I saw this, I thought it was one of these crazy emails that we all get in this business.
Some blogger.
From over the weekend, but he said it, and he's the director of the CIA.
So do you think he knows that I have almond milk, Heineken, Red Bull, and water, and some Diet Coke in my refrigerator?
He does now.
He does, right? I know, but I mean, he knows about the hummus, too, though. I mean, they're keeping it just doesn't sound like very interesting.
You know, I don't understand the technology. So if there's a computer chip in your microwave or your refrigerator, I don't know if it lets them listen to you having a conversation in your kitchen, or if it tells them what's in the refrigerator or what's being cooked in the microwave.
It depends on what kind of chip they put in there, because I ain't got no chip in my stuff.
Right.
Guarantee you.
Same here.
As far as you know.
As far as I know, you're right. I mean, that's the troubling aspect of this. We don't know where the computer chips are, and we don't know who in the government is doing what with them.
Yeah, there's probably some old cottage cheese in there too. Eat that.
Ricotta.
Get out of my refrigerator. Thank you, Judge.